We also have Bill Ryan, and he is the President and CEO of the Transplant Games of America and serves on the Board of Directors for the West Michigan Sports Commission. He is also a donor family member. Well, in 2012, the Transplant Games of America were held here in Grand Rapids with the support of the West Michigan Sports Commission. This year they will be held in Houston, Texas, and they are expecting over 2,000 athletes. Bill, can you tell us what impact has the Transplant Games had on organ and tissue donation and transplantation?
Sure, I'd be happy to. First, before we start, everybody thinks the Transplant Games is about a bunch of recipients all getting together to compete and communicate the message of the importance of donation and transplantation. That's a fallacy. The games exist as a vehicle to communicate a greater message of success and the amazing things that the doctors and the medical community have done to promote organ, eye, tissue donation across these United States. So it's a vehicle to deliver a message. If you were to get up in the morning and turn on the news and find out that there was actually a new breakthrough medical technology that could save 28,000 lives a year, up to 50,000 people gifted with sight that didn't have it, and literally millions of people could be impacted through tissue donation, you'd be astounded. You probably wouldn't go to work that day. You'd sit there watching the TV to learn more about this technology. The reality is that technology exists today. There are 28,000 people who enjoy a new organ every year in the United States, and that number's been pretty static for the last 10 years. Up to 50,000 people gain sight that didn't have it or lost it and got it back every year. Countless numbers of lives of people who've gotten bone marrow transplants, that have gotten skin grafts, that have gotten tissue transplants every single year. And that number is an amazing number. We should all be grateful, certainly to the four gentlemen that are sitting here in front of me, but to the rest of the medical community that happens. The Transplant Games in Houston will have between 2,500 and 3,000 participants, all communicating the message of the success of donation and transplantation. Sad fact is, when you got up this morning, there are 120,000 people in the United States that are awaiting an organ. And that number is astounding. When you go to bed tonight, roughly 17 to 18 people will have lost their life today because they did not have an organ available to them. And those are the statistics that I want you to walk out the door with tonight that impact all of us. The ability to donate an organ, to provide tissue, cornea, bone marrow is so critical to the lives of so many people here in the United States. If you don't have a heart on your driver's license, I implore you to make that happen. It's a simple sacrifice. The Transplant Games will go on in Houston. We'll deliver a terrific message. I can't wait for my friend Oliver to get to Houston to compete. And for the rest of us, as a donor dad, I can tell you that I live vicariously my lost daughter's life through the recipients that exist. And here's the amazing thing, and I'll close with that. When my daughter passed away 28 years ago from an auto accident, they took her heart, her liver, kidneys, bone marrow, bones, cornea, and that was a very profound effect on us as a family. But we buried an 18-year-old girl healthy with her lungs. They weren't doing lung transplants, so they had to take their lungs. That haunts me today when I look at all the people that get lung transplants and survive today. The technology changes year over year over year, and the progress that goes on with donation and transplantation will continue. It's an amazing process. And so please, if you're not a donor, or if you know people that aren't donors that are afraid of it, please talk to them. Give them my phone number to call me. I'll talk to them, and we'll get everybody on the donor list. Rick? best of luck to you. I think that this is an amazing crowd. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come out and talk about the games, talk about donation, transplantation, and thanks to all of you for coming out tonight.